Thank you, Delphine. And our next speaker is Suzanne Scholte, and she is the president of the Defense Forum Foundation. So join me in welcoming her.
Well, I'm honored to join the Falun Gong in solidarity as we tragically must recognize the 13th year of the Chinese Communist Party's vicious and unprovoked attack against the Falun Gong. I want to especially recognize Dr. Lily Zhang to say how honored I am to know her. She's an amazing person, and she's a great inspiration to me. A gentle, kind-hearted person who's filled with passion and steadfast in her commitment to fight against injustice, like all of you that are here today. Lily especially wanted me to mention the issue of the coercive transplant of human organs from prisoners. This is not a new allegation, but this has been an ongoing practice, and when reports about this first emerged, few believed them, and little action was taken. But now even the U.S. State Department has included these allegations in their human rights reports. This is just one tragic example of our failure to act as we watch this situation continue to escalate. We are all guilty of looking away and remaining silent while the Communist Party in China commits a host of human rights violations. We want the Chinese people to prosper, and we want to embrace what the CCP says, that China is on a peaceful rise. But this is a lie. The truth is that as long as the CCP is in power in China, the Chinese people will continue to suffer and block the potential for China to emerge as a responsible world leader. Let me just cite some examples. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're a Chinese citizen seeking greater freedom. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're a Tibetan monk. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're a Christian house church. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're a Uyghur. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're the second child in your mother's womb. There's no peaceful rise in China if you're a North Korean refugee escaping persecution. And there has been no peaceful rise in China for the Falun Gong practitioners for all these many years. As I have pointed out when I addressed your rallies before, it is the Falun Gong that has been in the front lines of this battle for human rights. It's not a role that you chose, but one that was chosen for you when the CCP launched their cruel, unprovoked, and violent crackdown in 1999. Since that time, we've seen a growing call within China for the end of the CCP, because the Chinese people know that China will never be a great and peaceful nation as long as the CCP remains in power. This is what the courageous signers of Charter 08 boldly declared, and this is what millions of Chinese citizens declared as part of the Tendang movement that started in 2004. Now 116 million Chinese have joined that movement because of the bravery and courage of the Falun Gong. As a Christian, I'm greatly inspired by your resolve to respond to these horrific crimes being committed against you through peaceful means and steadfast advocacies. Over 3,400 Falun Gong have been murdered since the CCP campaign began, while hundreds of thousands are in labor camps today. We must, in solidarity, stand together against this injustice and defend the rights of all citizens of China. Lily, we will continue to fight with you for the rights of the Falun Gong practitioners and the end of this campaign of tyranny by the CCP. I want to thank you all for being here today and fighting this fight. And may God bless you all in your noble and courageous efforts.